Welcome students to online classes of mathematics for class 8. In this video we are going to study chapter number 8, which is comparing quantities of NCERT textbook, and we will be looking at the exercise 8.2. Since we have already done the first 4 questions in the previous session, now we are going to start with the question number 5 in this part 2 of exercise 8.2. This is the session number 3 for this particular chapter. Myself Deepak Godam, TGT Mathematics in Kendriya Vidyalaya Sangathan. So let's start with today's class. The chapter comparing quantities in total have 7 subtopics which are listed here. We have already studied top subtopic 1 in the session number 1, and now we are studying the increase and decrease percentage, discount, profit loss and tax in exercise 8.2. okay, so let's now move to the exercise 8.2 comparing quantities. We have already done the first question in the previous session, so now let's start with the question number 5, which says a VCR and a TV were bought for 8,000 each. So we have bought a VCR, which is a video cassette recorder, and a TV bought for 8,000 each. The shopkeeper made a loss of 4% on VCR and a profit of 8% on TV. Okay, we have to find the gain or the loss percent on the whole transaction. So question is, a shopkeeper has bought 2 items. One is a VCR, which is a video cassette recorder, and the TV for 8,000 each. On one, that is on VCR, he is making a profit or making a loss of 4%, while on TV is making a profit of 8%. We have to calculate the profit or the loss percentage on the whole transaction. Since on one article he is making loss and other he is making profit, so we'll calculate the selling price for both the articles separately. Okay, then we will add them to check whether he is making a profit or a loss. Okay, so let's start with the VCR. Answer number 5. Okay, so first we'll write the cost price of VCR. Cost price of VCR is equals to 8,000, and the shopkeeper has made a loss of 4%, and the shopkeeper has made a loss of 4%. The loss of 4% means the total price of any article is 100%. Since he is making a loss, that means of 4%, which means he will sell it for the 96% of the cost price. Okay, since he is making a loss of 4%, that means the selling price will be the 96% of the cost price. Okay, so we can directly calculate its cost price, which is, so its selling price, the selling price of VCR will be equals to 96%, okay, of cost price. Cost price here is 8,000. I hope you understood this equation. Why we have written 96%? Because he is making a loss of 4%. That means loss is always calculated on the cost price. So from the cost price, 4% is loss. So that means the selling price will be the 96% of the cost price. So when you solve this, we will remove the percentage sign, so we'll get 100 in the denominator. This off means multiplication into 8,000. okay, so these 2 0 here will cancel the 2 zeros here, so what remains here is, we'll get answer as 7,680 rupees. So that is the selling price for the VCR. In similar way, we will calculate the cost price of the TV, so the selling price of the TV. So we'll write, and cost price of TV is equals to 8,000 rupees. Okay, and the shopkeeper has made a profit of 8%, okay, on TV. So now he is making a profit of 8% on the TV. Again, the profit will be calculated on the cost price. So as we know, always the cost price will be 100%, and as he is making a profit of 8%, that means that will be add up to it. That means we'll get 108% of the cost price as the selling price. That means the selling price will be the 108% of the cost price. Okay, so we can directly calculate this. That is, therefore Therefore the selling price of TV will be equals to 108% of cost price, which is 8,000. okay, I hope you understand why we are writing 108%, because he is making a 8% profit. okay, so profit is calculated on the cost price, so selling price will be the 108% of the cost price. So in order to solve this, first we will remove the percentage sign, so we'll get 100 in the denominator of means multiplication multiplied to 8,000. okay, again the 20 will be cancelled by the 2 zeros here. When you multiply the two, you will get the answer as 8,640 rupees. So that is the selling price for the TV. So we got the selling price of a VCR, which is 7,680, and selling price of the TV, which is 8,640. Now we'll find the total selling price. So right now the total selling price of VCR and TV will be equals to 7,680 plus 8,640. okay, 7,680 and 8,640. so after adding the two, you will get the total selling price as 16,320 rupees. so this is the total selling price, and we'll also calculate total cost price. And the total cost price of VCR and TV will be equals to 8,000 plus 8,000, that is equals to 16,000. okay, now you can see here this selling price is more than the cost price. So as we know, whenever the selling price is more than the cost price, that means the shopkeeper will make a profit. okay, so right, since selling price is more than cost price, therefore the shopkeeper has made a profit on the transaction. okay, on the whole transaction he is making a profit. So now we'll calculate the profit. Therefore profit will be equals to, as we know, profit is given by selling price minus cost price. In this case, selling price is 16,320 rupees and the cost price is 16,000. Hence the profit is 320 rupees. okay, now we'll calculate the profit percentage, which is, and profit percentage, we know the profit percentage is given by profit divided by cost price into 100. that is, profit here is 320 divided by cost price, which is 16,000, into 100. When we solve this, you will get these 2 0 will be cancelled, the 2 0 here, there's another 0, we cancel the 1 0 here. So the 32 divided by 2 is 2. So 32 divided by 16 is 2%. So the answer is 2%. So right, hence the shopkeeper has made a profit of 2% on whole transaction. That's the answer of question number 5 of exercise 8.2. Now let's move to the question number 6, which is, during a sale, a shop offered discount of 10% on the marked price of all the items. What would a customer have to pay for a pair of jeans marked at 1450 rupees and two shirt marked at 850 rupees? okay, so here our shopkeeper is giving a discount of 10% on all the item. Okay, so discount given is 10% on all the item. So what would a customer have to pay? That means we have to find the selling price. Okay, what would a customer have to pay? That will be the selling price of all the article. For a pair of jeans which is marked at the 1450 rupees and two shirts which are marked for at 850 rupees. Okay, so as the discount percent is same for both the article, that is 10%, so we'll calculate the collective selling price. Okay, so let's start with the answer number 6. Here first we'll write the cost price of a pair of jeans is 1450 rupees and cost price of two shirts is given by 2 into 850 rupees, that will be rupees 1700. So the cost price of a pair of jeans is 1450 and the cost price of two shirt is 1700. So total cost price will be, therefore the total cost price will be rupees 1450 plus rupees 1700. Sum will be rupees 3150 rupees. Okay, so the total cost price for one pair of jeans and two shirt is 3150 rupees, and the discount offer here is, and discount offered is 10%. So now we'll calculate the discount amount and we will subtract it from the cost price, so we'll get the selling price. Okay, so we'll calculate. So the discount will be 10% on cost price, 10% of this cost price, which is 3150 rupees. So that is 10 divided by 100 into 3150 rupees. So the 10 from here we cancel the 10 here, then another 0 will cancel this 0 here. So the answer is 315 rupees. So discount given on this purchase of one jeans and two shirt is 315 rupees. Okay, so now we have to find the final selling price. Hence the selling price will be cost price minus discount. So that will be 3150 rupees minus 315 rupees. When you subtract the two, you will get the answer as 2835 rupees. That's the answer. That means the buyer has to pay this much amount, which is 2835 rupees, for buying one pair of jeans and two shirt at the discount of 10%. Okay, so that's the answer of question number 6. Now move to the question number 7, which is a milkman sold two of his buffalo for 20,000 each. So a milkman has two buffaloes and he has sold each for 20,000. On one he had gained 5%. Gain means profit. So on one he is making a profit of 5%, on the other a loss of 10%. So we have to find overall gain or loss. Okay, overall gain or loss in numbers we have to find, not in the percentage. Okay, find overall gain or loss. So we have to calculate the overall gain or loss amount. Okay, so as you can see that on one article he is gaining a profit of 5%, on another is making a loss of 10%. So we'll calculate their price separately. Okay, we'll calculate the cost price of both article separately. We are given the selling price of each, which is 20,000. We have to calculate the cost price for both the buffalo separately. Okay, so let's start with answer number 7. It is first we'll write the selling price of first buffalo, which is 20,000 rupees. So the selling price of the buffalo is 20,000, and the milkman has made a gain of 5%. Now this means that this is the selling price. Selling price is calculated by, first we have the cost price, which is the 100%. Then we are, as he is gaining a 5%, so that profit will be added to it. So we'll get a result of 105%. Okay, so this 105% of the cost price equals to this selling price, which is 20,000. Okay, so why I have written it as 105%, because he is making a profit of 5%. So original price is 100%, add the profit of 5%, so it will be 105% of cost price, which is equals to 20,000. Okay, so we can directly calculate this. We'll write, therefore 105% of cost price will be equals to 20,000 for first buffalo. Okay, that will be, if you remove the percentage, we'll get 105 divided by 100 into cost price we have to calculate. So at the place of cost price I'm writing buffalo 1, that is B1. Okay, which is the cost price of B1, equals to 20,000. Okay, so the cost price of buffalo 1, cost price of buffalo 1 will be 20,000 into this 105 by 100 will become 100 by 105. When you solve this, you will get the result as 19,047.62 rupees. Okay, so when you divide, first multiply this 20,000 by 100 and divide by 105, you will get the result as 19,047.62 rupees. Okay, so that is the cost price of one buffalo. Okay, now let's come to the second buffalo. So write, and selling price of second buffalo is again 20,000. This time he has made a loss of 10%. Okay, and the milkman has made a loss of 10%. Now in this case, again, total cost for any article is again 100%, and in this case is making a loss of 10%, so that is 90% of cost price will be equals to this 20,000. Okay, so the 90% of the cost price will be equals to the 20,000. So we can write, with this we can calculate a selling price. So the cost price of the buffalo, selling price is already given. So we'll write, therefore 90% of CP of buffalo 1. Okay, CP will be equals to 20,000. Okay, 90% means 90 divided by 100. At the place of CP I'm writing the cost of buffalo 2, which is 20,000. Again, so I'll write cost price of buffalo 2 will be equals to 20,000 divided by 100 multiplied by 100 by 90. Again we have to multiply this 20,000 by 100 and divide this by 90, so we'll get the result as 22,222.22 rupees. Okay, so that will be the cost price of the second buffalo. Now we'll write the selling price. So total cost price. Now the total cost price of buffaloes will be, for first one it is 19,047.62. it is 19,047.62 rupees plus 22,222.22 rupees, and when you add the two, then you will get the result as 41,269.84 rupees. Okay, that will be the total cost price of two buffaloes. And the total selling price and the total selling price, as you can see, it's given in the question. The both buffalo are sold for 20,000 each. So the total selling price will be 20,000 plus 20,000, that will be 40,000. Now you can see that the selling price is less than the cost price. So in this case, since the selling price is less than cost price, the milkman is making a loss. Okay, so right, since selling price is less than cost price, therefore the milkman is having loss. Okay, now we'll calculate the how much loss he is making. So right, therefore loss will be equals to 41,269.84 minus 40,000, and that will be equals to 1,269.84 rupees. So he is making a loss of 1,269.84 rupees. Okay, so that's the answer of the question number 7. Now let's move to the question number 8. It says the price of a TV is 13,000. The sale tax charged on it is at the rate of 12%. Find the amount that Vinod will pay have to pay if he buys it. Okay, the price of TV is 13,000 and the tax is charged at 12%. So that's the marked price, and on which the additional 12% tax will be charged on it. So the billing amount, that the amount that Vinod has to pay will be this cost price, sorry, selling price plus 12% tax. Okay, so let's write the answer number 8. That is, marked price of TV is equals to 13,000. Okay, and rate of tax is 12% as given in the question. So we have to calculate the tax amount. Therefore the tax to be paid will be 12% of cost price, which is 13,000. So 12% means 12 by 100 into 13,000. Okay, again this 20 will cancel the 2 zeros here. When you multiply the 2, you will get 1,560 rupees. Okay, these 2 zeros will be cancelled out by the zeros here. So 130 plus into 12 will be 1,560 rupees. So that is the tax to be paid for on the TV. So all right, hence the selling price or the billing amount. Okay, hence the amount to be paid this is the billing amount, which is the sum of the selling price plus tax. selling price here is 13,000 plus tax is 1,560. So the billing amount or the amount to be paid is 14,560 rupees. That's the answer. Okay, now let's move to the question number 9. It says Arun bought a pair of skate at a sale where the discount given was 20%. If the amount he pays is 16,000, find the marked price. So we are given the billing amount, which is 60,000. After having a discount of 20%, we have to find the marked price. Okay, so let's start this answer number 9. So first let's assume let the marked price is equals to x rupees. Okay, marked price I have taken as x rupees, and we are given the selling price. Selling price here is 1600. Okay, and the discount offered is discount offered is 20%. Now see this one, there will be a marked price which is x, and we know the marked price is always 100%. Okay, considering that 100%, on this marked price that Arun is having a discount of 20%, so the selling price will be the 80% of CP, and that amount is 1600. Okay, so why I have written this 80%? Because the total amount is 100%, on which he is having a discount of 20%, so the remaining amount will be 80% of cost price, which is 1600. Okay, so we can now find it directly. So let therefore 80% of cost price, that is cost price you have taken as 80% of marked price, not the cost. Marked price, that is x, will be equals to 1600. That means this amount is paid after the 20% discount on the marked price. Okay, so this 80% means 80 divided by 100 into x equals to 1600, or x from here will be 1600 multiplied by 100 and divided by 80. This 80 by 100 will become 100 by 80. Okay, so this 80 will give us 20 here, and when you multiply that we will get 2000 as the answer. So the amount to be paid, the marked price will be, hence the marked price is rupees 2000. Okay, so that's the answer for question number 9. Now move to the question number 10. It says I purchased a hair dryer for 5400 including 8% VAT. So this amount which is paid by me, including the marked price plus 8% tax, which is value added tax, VAT. We have to find the price before the tax, that is the selling price. Okay, we have to find the selling price of this billing amount. We are given the billing amount, which is billing amount is the sum of the selling price plus the tax. Okay, so we are given the tax plus rate and the billing amount. We have to find the marked price or the selling price. Okay, so let's start the answer number 10. The question is the billing amount is 5400 rupees. Okay, and the rate of tax and rate of VAT, value added tax, is 8%, which means this 8% tax is paid on the marked price. Okay, which means we are paying, marked price is 100%, on addition to marked price we are paying a tax of 8%. So total amount paid is 108% of marked price, and that is equals to 5400. Okay, the amount paid is 100% is the marked price, plus 8 is the tax on it, so total amount become 108% of market price, and which is equals to 5400. Okay, so we can write this as so first we assume that let the market price is equals to x, therefore 108% of x will be equals to 5400, that is 108 divided by 100 into x is equals to 5400. So x will be equals to 5400. This 108 divided by 10 108 divided by 100 will become 100 divided by 108. So when you divide this by this, you will get 50. Okay, so the answer will be 5000. X equals to 5000. So we'll write hence the market price is equals to 5000 rupees. Okay, now let's move to the last question of this exercise. It says an article was purchased for 1239 rupees including GST of 18%. Find the price before the GST. Okay, it is similar to the question number 10. So let's write the answer number 11 again. So first let's assume let the price before GST was x rupees. Okay, and billing amount this purchased is out 1239 rupees, so after adding a GST of 18%. Okay, so we'll write and billing amount is equals to 1239 rupees, and the rate of GST means goods and service tax, which is 18%. So this amount include the GST of 18%, which is we have a mark price for any article which is 100%. In addition to that, we are paying 18% as GST, so the amount total paid is 118% of marked price. Okay, which is the price before the GST, and that is equals to 1239 rupees. Okay, so we can solve this as therefore 118% of mark price, which is x, is equals to 1239 rupees. Okay, so that will be x equals to, so here we have 118, when you remove the percentage you will get 100 here, into x will be equals to 1239. Okay, so x from here will be 1239 multiplied by 100 divided by 118. Okay, when you solve this by multiplying this 1239 by 100 and dividing by 118, you will get the result as 1050 rupees. Okay, that's the answer for the question number 11. Okay, I hope you understood this. So that's the end of the exercise 8.2. we have completed all the 11 questions now. I hope you understood. So what you have to do is practice all these questions multiple times so that you will understand better and you will be able to solve them fluently. Okay, so that's all for now. Thanks for joining here.